Tanzania.
Tunisia.
Tunisia. Oh, well, that was close.
As a person that grew up partially in Tanzania.
Okay. Oh, it's up here.
Careful 1 second, don't trip.
You want to put yours up too? Yeah. Oh, good. Great. Okay. Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling? Well, welcome again to Landscape Graphics. We're so glad you could join us from overseas and around the country. Tonight our class is going to talk about landscape drawings, the plans, the elevations, the sections, the perspectives, what a set of drawings look like. But first we're going to do some recap and do some current events and do our pinups of our wonderful examples that were done for the class. And so we'll get to that closer in about an hour. So I have one show and tell. Okay. I'll pass this around. You want to just go with this?
Is this so they can join? Okay.
This is so you can join.
Membership.
The Landscape Design Group. This was something that was introduced to me here at George Washington by other members of the Landscape Designers Group. This is a very loose-knit organization of designers. Some trained at GW, some not. Some much older than me and some much younger. It's a wonderful networking organization. Go to the meetings. It's a $20 student fee. You should be doing this. There's monthly meetings, and sometimes they're a tour of Wolf Trap and the new meadow that they put in, or the aquatic gardens up at Anacostia, or a fabulous garden that was up in Great Falls that this woman has put all this sculpture in. It's a variety of things. It's speakers, but it's just a great organization to get your feet wet and meet other designers and to be able to network with and say, hey, where do I get my woody plants, and what kind of discount do I get, and what should I be charging for this, and what kind of plans do you do, and who does hardscaping, and all those good questions. So,
And where do you find a good employee to help me be my right-hand person to start off with? Yes.
Absolutely. So this, I just copied the website so you know where to look, and there's literally on the front page there of the website it says, join LDG, and you just click on that and follow the links to put your name in, submit $20 on PayPal, and you are in. So, and then meetings get notified, and come join. So,
And they meet once a month?
about once a month. Well, about 10 times a year. So there'll be some skips.
Always good for networking.
Okay?
Speaking of networking, you'll meet lots of people in this program, and some will go faster and slower and go in different directions. Some of you are in for sustainable, and some are here for urban planning. There was a woman in our class a couple years ago who's now doing some volunteer work for large-scale restoration, and she needed somebody to help her hold the other end of the tape measure and to measure trees and to locate a stream on a section of land in Northwest Washington. She had sort of received a grant, but there's no money in it. She's just helping somebody else that got a grant. And I said, sure, I'd be able to come help her spot out the landscaping. But it was funny, while we were there, some government trucks came by and unloaded all kinds of gravel and heavy pieces of concrete, and Darlene's like writing down their license plate number, and they're putting it right on the roots of this tree. And so you start to learn about all the things that are good about this business and things that can go wrong, and how to keep an eye on what we're trying to save. So anyway, so that's an eye-opener for me. So next we wanted to find out who had questions about the homework, or who had questions about using the scale.
Two scales, the engineering scale with the 10, 20, 30, and an architect scale, quarter, radius.
Did everybody figure that out? Or YouTube changed my life. You did.
Okay.
But it was really helpful doing it in class. I know we didn't get fully to do the big one, but at the very end of class, you did one big one.
I did one really fast,
And it was
so
helpful.
you knew that it was gonna be this size,
Yeah.
right, okay, all right.
So YouTube, I'm just repeating it for the camera, YouTube videos were helpful. Okay, good.
Yeah, they seem to be helpful for everything.
One thing that I learned early on was just to do, okay, so what's a 40 by 50 foot building? And so I made a little scale of it at 1:10 to see how big that was. And then I did 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. And to see that it would be smaller, right?
No, it's bigger, bigger, bigger,
It's
bigger.
bigger.
A lot bigger.
So.
Well, you just had it all on one page.
Just
we
on
did
one
that in
page,
class.
just as a, and I kept it by my drawing desk, and so I'd go, oh yeah, I want that scale. It was a good reference point.
So perhaps at the break, maybe you could explain to us around last week that concept. I don't understand that, so
Sure.
I wanted to try to understand how that scale works.
You bet. Okay.
So we had some exercises that we did in class, so we'll give you those and help you work on those in class today, afterwards.
Any other, you understood about the notes, that those represent you when you are not here. So when you hand off this set of plans to someone, they will know that, this represents the sidewalk because you labeled it as such. Or you represented this as the wood deck and it's made out of, ebony and, 4x8 sheets of, all the details have to be written out, and that's what goes in the labeling and all the notes.
I wasn't sure how detailed we get on those notes for this.
We weren't that specific because it's a starter one.
Right, and you're just learning your lettering, and you're just learning how to use guidelines for your lettering, so it's just one step at a time. So we're not taking points off if you didn't write a whole story. It was, whatever you did was great.
Was there in the book, because I looked at, as you guys said, in the instructions, we had the presentation thing, and so you guys were talking about the hatch marks and like delineating the measurements and stuff, but I noticed in that section of the book, it didn't say to do that on a presentation time. So maybe more than
You mean putting the dimensions on?
Yeah.
Right. Oftentimes you don't put the dimensions on that plan, but Julie's gonna show you a whole set of plans, and some of them have dimensions and some don't. The thing to remember is, most of the people that are reading your drawings aren't gonna have a scale in their hand, so they want to be able to see how big certain things are.
This is like when the jump truck drives and he needs to know that it's 12 feet from the tree. It's
Don't
marked
dump
on
here.
He's not gonna get a scale out. and
No, no.
He's gonna
He
look at
probably
it and say
doesn't know
12
what that
feet,
is.
and then he's gonna walk it off. He's gonna go 1,
2, 3.
4, and that's 4 yards. So,
Okay.
okay. Pinups.
Yep.
Okay.
So now you get to present to us again, and we'll say, Claire, you get to go first, because we're just gonna go in this order. So tell us what you did and why you did it, and the way this usually works and is helpful for everybody, and we decided that all 14 of you don't have to pin up, is, the same comments would be given 5 times by the end of the presentation. So, and when you pin up, we'll